going straight to discuss our transfers yesterday, and yesterday was crazy. It was very, very crazy. You know, I was on Twitter the whole day, the whole night, trying to know who is moving where and who is going where. So, Cole Palmer joined Chelsea from Manchester City. I was about to say United. You better to United play. Matthias Nunes, after going on strike, trying to move to Manchester City, has now managed to do so. Sofiane Amrabat to Manchester United. I mean, the United fans are happy because they've signed a 30-year-old guy. What born brave ye? Ansu Fati to Brighton. Very, 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 very surprising. The Ansu Fati made a move to Brighton on loan. Gravenberch, which I know Theophilus is very happy to Liverpool. Big. And Joao Cancelo, Joao Felix to Barcelona. Yes. So let's start with Cole Palmer to Chelsea. Cole Palmer. Let me begin from the Chelsea guy in the studio. Cole Palmer to Chelsea. Was it a good move? Because I was listening to Mauricio Pochettino's press conference yesterday, and he was like, the board didn't tell him that still they are trying to buy Cole Palmer. And I'm like, so they didn't consult Pochettino before buying the guy or what?
Yeah, he said it wasn't his idea.
Yeah.
I think he doesn't even know what he's going to use the player for. But he thinks he has enough players to tackle that particular position. So he doesn't know why the board went for that guy.
And looking at the money involved, for 40 million pounds. But how much did West Ham buy Kudus?
42 million pounds.
No, I think it's 30 something million pounds. But in euros, 42 million euros. So maybe it will be 38 point something in pounds. Yeah. And you went to buy someone who is a bench warmer at Manchester City for 40 million pounds. And the 14 guys a big count.
Yeah.
Add-ons count.
I mean, both players have different profiles. I always say this. You know, in football, you have to understand football profiling.
Yeah.
Because let me give you a perfect example. You are a player.
Yeah.
I am a player. You are from Ghana. I am from Brazil. We both played in, let's say, French league.
Yeah.
And you scored 30 goals, and I scored 30 goals. Me, the Brazilian, I might be bought for around 100 million pounds. You, the Ghanaian, you'll be bought for at most 50 million pounds. It is there. It is fact. Plain and simple. So profiling counts. Cole Palmer is English born and bred. Grew up in Manchester. Passed through the Manchester City Academy ranks. He's a Champions League winner. Don't forget about that. You understand? So all these things come in place, irrespective of the fact that he's a bench warmer at City. However, you also have to look at the kind of players that he was
playing with. Yeah.
If Mohamed Kudus was in Manchester City, would he have been a starter? No. We all know no. So I mean, it makes sense for me. I feel like Chelsea don't really need him. Chelsea don't really need Cole Palmer. Yes, he's a good player, but he hasn't shown on the highest level that Charlie, he did. He's always been a second fiddle when it comes to players in Manchester City, and he was always being used to play in cup matches. Yeah, and they could do fine now starting.
But you know, Cole Palmer is a very good player. I watched him in the Super League. Did well. Did very, very, very well.
No doubt about that. He's a good player, but then is he the kind of player that can propel you to win the Premier League? No. He doesn't have the experience.
Like Tio is saying, he hasn't proven so much for us to really say that we'll buy him for this amount of money. He hasn't proven so much. His track record isn't so impressive for you to say that, okay, this is the player that can help us. He's young. And usually English players, buying them in England is like, you always have to buy English players so much. But so much expense, like, I don't know.
You see, and I think what Chelsea is doing is, I think Chelsea is just trying to do like build up a potential team. They're just trying to show the team full of potentials, so that into the moment 9 years, 8 years now, contract, so that by the time that you hit your peak, you're already in Chelsea, and you have like at least, let's say, 4-5 more years to play. You understand? I think they are building a team for the future, not necessarily now. Because when you look at the options that they have, Noni Madueke, Chukwuemeka, Andre Santos, Even Enzo Fernandez is a youngster, if you know that. He's about 21, 22.
Yeah,
you understand? Caicedo, Romeo Lavia. These players are really, really young. So I think they are just trying to build a team for the future. So let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. Okay. Now, one transfer that was battling my mind was Matthias Nunes to Manchester City. Is it that City need the guy really that much? To extend that the guy told Wolves that, hey, me training me training me me City so person.
See, I can be out on it.
Now player been to me, yes sir.
Oh,
now I was wondering, say Anchor City, they will now go through. What will you do?
I mean, he'll go back because he's under a contract and he'll go back. But the thing is, I think City bought him because of the injury of De Bruyne.
Yeah.
Yes, they have different profiles. Yes, they have different techniques and all that, but I feel they are midfielder short at this moment, so they didn't need to replace with someone. And who else but him? He's been in the Premier League for more than a season now with Wolverhampton Wanderers. And when he was leaving Portugal to Wolves, Liverpool were chasing him.
Yeah,
it got to a point that we had to back down because when he said Liverpool, they were misers. Then he went to Wolves, and even with Wolves, there were a lot of rumors that yes, we were going back for him. One of his strongest attributes is he running through defense and splitting midfield with his passes. So I think it's a good signing for Manchester City. However, I don't see him to be an automatic starter in this current Manchester City setup. Yes, he's going to be a squad player, and it's good to have a squad player, but then for that amount of money he shouldn't be a squad player. But I don't see how he's going to break into this Manchester City lineup like so easily. So let's see. Guardiola what on the player here. I mean, I've bench for some time and
Pep never player and I say board no cover player.
Oh, I think it's Pep because you know Manchester City board. Charlie, the final decision make Pep Guardiola. He's that powerful in Manchester City. So I think he's the one who opted for him. So let's see what happens.
Okay. So Matthias Nunes, Isaac, anything on that guy?
Well, he's okay. He's okay. Like Theo said, because Kevin De Bruyne is injured, Pep wanted a replacement, not a direct replacement though, but someone who can fit in the shoes. So I think it's a smart move for him. But doing what he did to Wolves wasn't so nice.
Yeah,
it wasn't so nice. Going and strike himself. It wasn't so nice. But every player wants to move from a team to a bigger team. So a club to a bigger club. So I think when we shouldn't just castigate him and be like he didn't do well. He also wanted something new for himself. Something better for himself. So I think that's fine.
Okay. Now transfer way there. Minim Dentia United for you happy.
I say United a retirement home. A retirement home. Sofian Amrabat, Mugofa, that boy no can Bologna no can say. Anatovic. Just
Now looking at the money they are paying for the guy on loan, it's even a loan deal. They are paying £8.6 million. In euros, it's 10 million euros. With an option to make the deal a permanent move.
I mean, the deal, Manchester United, it is not new. It is not new. They've been paying ridiculous amount of money for loan deals in recent times. Rademan Falcao, loan deal, which about £12 million as at that time. So I mean,
and a floppy.
So me, I'm not really surprised, but I feel they are desperate for a DM, like a combative DM of his nature. So it's good. If it's going to be a stopgap for them, it's fantastic, because it's a year loan deal, right? But now say he's able to improve and exceed expectation. Fantastic. They can just trigger the signing clause and they sign him permanently. If he comes and he's not able to impress them, then Charlie, they let him go. So it's not that bad. So for me, I think it's a good signing for Manchester United.
He's a good player.
He's a very good player. But as to whether or not
fitting the shoes in
able to fit into the match a monster club like Manchester United in the Premier League, let's see what happens.
Don't forget they've gone to sign Regular.
Yes.
From Spurs.
Yes, Regular from Spurs.
Regular, someone who also warms the bench at.
I mean, it's because of the injury of Luke Shaw, and they just need somebody to
fit.
But Luke Shaw is a left back, and Regulon is a centre back.
Sometimes
And
they
you
can
have enough
play
centre
left
backs.
back. I mean, so
maybe he can fit into the left back.
Yes, and the whole thing is Manchester United at this moment they are just buying some players that I just don't see
desperate
the plan.
signings.
I don't see the plan.
Desperate signings, just signing.
And media, yes, I know money because me. I just don't want them to prosper. If we are going to, on my best time,
I mean, they were even looking for Marco Kurela, and I'm like, Marco Kurela. Raskuku.
Right here,
This is some transfer need yeah, me here. Kukurela deal need here. Mrs. Sofa, play our mouth on my papa Casedo.
Hey, how many matches now?
Oh, I mean, Casedo in a batch.
Relax,
untouchable. But even for Fana, Obaya Indy.
I will find a neighbor team from Leicester in Patch. I remember biting keys.
Hey, remember it on lights. Let's
oh, the best biting yesterday. Sorry, we beg you. We only sold a Raskuku and the coach for you, please.
Okay, the coach.
Graham Potter. Senior Harry
Potter. I don't hear his name. That Potter. I don't hear his name again. It's okay. Now, one transfer that also battles my mind is Gravenberch to Liverpool. A centre back.
So he's a midfielder.
He's a midfielder, right? But central midfielder. He can also play as a centre back.
The thing is
that deal. Okay.
The thing is, me personally, I'll blame Klopp for this decision. He's not a bad player. He's a good player. He's 21 years of age. For that amount, it's fantastic. And it was just unfortunate that he didn't really live up to the expectation about him when he transferred him.
I think he wasn't even getting playing time.
No.
He wasn't getting playing time.
No.
He used to complain.
Yes.
Yeah, he used to complain. He used to come online that he's not getting playing time. He complained on social media.
He had a fall off with Julian Nagelsmann. Because Nagelsmann felt that, listen, very important, this message I'm about to say, very important. Nagelsmann felt that he wasn't defensively that good. You understand? And the reason why Liverpool is buying him now is because we need someone who will play the number 6 role for us. And that's why we have to be defensively sound.
Yeah. For someone like Julian Nagelsmann to tell you are not defensively good, it means you are not.
You understand? So Charlie, it baffles my mind, but Klopp here, usually he's right with the signings. So I'll give him that.
Okay.
Well, let's see what happens.
At least we're saying Endo. Right. Endo. Endo.